Hey guys, welcome to my new introduction video, in which I try to explain or summarize the 4 years of work done of Radiation Matters. The main guidance and construct of this work is to find new insights of the torus, which is an energetic construct that hides itself within all living and organic things, and connects the matter world with the energetic or spiritual world.
Warrior, struggling to remain consequential.
This is a torus field, and this is the only form that the universe knows of every torus field. This is an atom, and this is our solar system. As above, so below. Everything relates to this. Energy does this. Energy is a 12ness. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and then convergence. Alkalinity, acidity, divergent, convergent rays. So here you see the hourglass in the middle here. This is the hyperboloid, and this is the torus. This represents magnetism, and this represents dielectricity, convergent rays coming in, because they're always doing this.
The arrival of another energy world, with the ship symbolizing the torus and its trinity energy structure, the dielectric, magnetic and electric power. A construct in which energy is able to travel from one dimension to another, but in this case using a pirate ship.
Creator, which is the energetic. That's the energetic, the dielectric. Let's call that source creator, Krishna, Christ. Here is magnetism, and magnetism is motion. Mag in Sanskrit means to move. So this is rest, this is motion, and the effect of these two field modalities, or action reactions, is electricity, electrification.
Energy moves itself through a sine wave. The mechanics of the torus of a system of up is down or as above so below is done through the zodiac system of timekeeping.
The theory of multidimensional reality, the core of it is this graph. Basically explains how matter comes into this dimension from that other dimension. This is the carrier wave that carries the information for either the elements or us.
In upcoming work, we will go into more detail, but this sine wave is needed to convert energy from another dimension into physical matter through an axis of timekeeping. Each day and night, we are witnesses of this sine wave, continuing its conversion through the Sun and Moon system. The arrival of a sinking pirate ship through a sine wave. In the Saturn polar configuration and radioactive Saturn unit shifter, I share the hypothesis of breaking into another biosystem through the power of an electrical plasma arc. An event known as the Ancient Polar Configuration, recorded by our ancestry through ancient rock art. The archetypes of this plasma event reoccur in many of my videos, as it symbolizes the mechanics of a pirate torus field. A shockwave of plasma, a storm that made way for the sine wave to reach. And which construct within a torus is still rotating above our heads. These pirates are making a link between their energy world and this dimension through using light as a carrier wave, a bridge of energy through a stairway of radiation, done by a well-known system of energy spheres that are embedded within the pirate's torus, known to us as the solar system. This conversion of energy between dimensions still continues through the occurrence of lunar and solar eclipses and the so-called conjunction of planets, a construct also known as the Rainbow Bridge. The sine wave then carries the information through the conversion of light into physical matter. The building block of this physical process is the atom, while energetically the atom is a torus. This conversion of light finds its way through the mountain. As seen in the mountain video, The archetype of the mountain refers to the chakra system, from the root chakra to crown chakra. It's the mountain that has roots as nobody sees, is taller than trees, up it goes and yet never grows.
We see that the 12-petaled heart chakra is green, and it's the middle of the chakras. Here we have blue, here we have indigo, here we have violet, ultraviolet, and here we have yellow, orange, red, and infrared.
The chakra system then converts information out of the carrier wave of light. So, information received from a photon that finds its way into the energy body, also known as the light body. But before we continue, first is first. All this work and inspiration started after seeing this guy.
We take a ball and we call it Earth. We surround this ball with another ball and we call it the plasma belt. Then we take the sun and we let it shine on the Earth. The Earth is giving a reflection on the plasma belt. And on the plasma belt we see our own reflection. The reflection is, surprise! The moon. What do you mean the moon is the reflection of Earth? What do you mean? Where are all the rivers and the forests? Yeah, but let's suggest that Earth is 1,000 times bigger than we are told. Then the moon is a reflection of a gigantic big Earth.
I'll run with you. If you say hi, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two.
To examine this, I have taken one movement of the moon and I have lit up the dark side, so I can check out the movement. Now I can draw two lines wherein the Earth is moving. The bottom and the top. Watch the black spot on the right. Now I can put a red line between the blue lines, so that is the axis on which the craters are moving from dark to light. Only on this axis you have craters with the day and night of 12 hours.
Under the moonlight, this serious moonlight.
This is serious. One more hour in this town, I'll kill somebody.
And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and cry.
Now that we're right in the vortex, you want to quit? You must realize, man, we found the main nerve.
That's what gives me the fear.
The serious moonlight.
And then came the gates of hell. To me, still one of the most interesting videos I have ever seen. One that contains this image of a huge Table Mountain.
What a strange cloud pattern. And we have a second view of our Earth. freeze frame, close up. Well, at this point I'm starting to doubt if these are clouds. I don't know. But luckily we have a second camera, that one of the payload. But they are constantly switching camera 1, camera 2, camera 1. So I separated the camera views and that gave me this result. Zoom in on the right corner and there you have it again. A mountain still visible at 300 kilometers. Look closely under the exhaust, this little white dot.
Following Wim's research and his view on the Hereford crater map, I started to study the strange map of medieval times, until I recognized the silhouette I shared in the Saving Mother video.
Between her arm and her body, you will see Mount Meru. But what is the bright spot? Is it a reflection?
If we look at that inner word carefully, we'll see that it's nothing but an anagram for greenie. The 12-petaled heart chakra is green, and it's the middle.
Okay, when you look at quantum physics, there's always two pieces to an atom. And they can't be in the same place at the same time, because that would be the butterfly effect. So there is one atom. So if you look at your chart, the red and the blue, there is one atom on one dimension. If you look in the middle, you have created a stargate, which an atom is on the other side of that. And quantumly, they are connected.
Portal to Earth?
No, it is a bridgeway to Earth. Welcome back to the Monitor, Frank.
It's something, isn't it? Yeah, it's something.
But as this thing comes into existence, it makes a path counterclockwise and it traces out a toroid shape. This is a computer-generated model I created of this waveform. This is nothing more than the carrier wave that you saw. a modified square wave. It's modified by the natural log e to the x. I also had to make a brass model of this thing. This is it here. And you're going to view 8 of the letters, the top and the bottom. See that? That's the origin of the heart shape.
Green. This is the heart, okay? There are 12 petals here. Ten, 11, 12. It's the heart chakra. 12. This is Jesus and the 12 apostles. Hercules and his 12 labors. King Arthur and his 12 knights.
In the menorah nutshell, I linked this energy sphere that's hovering above this huge mountain to the demiurge concept, which probably is a projection and resonance system that through parapsychic thought channeling of the human mind can manifest visions. With the eye symbology of the Taurus, this sphere seems to replace the connection with the heart, when the latter is detached from an organic biosystem, and so opening a bridgeway to another dimension.
With his mastery of the 4 elements, he will begin to change hearts. And it is in the heart that all wars are won.
You now see the origin of the heart shape, because our heart doesn't look like this. This is the origin of the heart shape that we have. Interesting?
Another feature of the Hereford crater map is Jerusalem. In upcoming work, we will see that this map is not an attempt to map out the world's geography, but a vision of the Creator, aka the Crater, and why craters hold the connection between the spiritual and material worlds. Jerusalem though holds the center of this map. Labeled as the holiest place in this world, we see on the Hereford map that the symbology of Jerusalem is the octagon.
But that's only the first stage. These are all vectors. You have to look at them as a vector looking at a waveform. You have to convert the vector to a plane. So this is the formula that I showed in the video 1 series. 1 over the square root of E, the natural log, gives you the arc cos of 52.66 degrees. What it's saying is that here's your vector, and here's the angle 52.66 degrees. Our matter world is formed 90 degrees out of phase from the vector. So you have information coming this way and it creates the matter world 90 degrees out of phase from it. So the end result is when you convert the vectors to planes, you have an 8-sided prism basically with a top and a bottom.
Forefront of this campaign, the Hilltop Youth, a radical network of settler youth, some as young as 13. Systematically raiding Palestinian villages, destroying indigenous olive groves, and setting fire to mosques, churches, and homes, often while live streaming it, rising to the highest echelons of the Zionist state, poised to fulfill their ultimate dream. core lies a vision of a halachic state in Israel, which will accelerate the coming of the Messiah.
Faith in the God of Israel and a strong Jewish hand, that's the way to bring the Messiah.
מה אנחנו עושים כאן? אנחנו כאן בשליחות של דורות. יש דורות של יהודים שחלמו שנגיע לכאן, ויש דורות של יהודים שיבואו אחרינו. אז אתה שואל אם אני מרגיש שאני בשליחות היסטורית ורוחנית, התשובה היא כן.
אני לא רוצה לסבך אותך לסיום עם תיק 6000, אבל...
מה זה?
זה הוויז'ן שלי, זה אחד הדברים שחלמתי עליהם, מפת הארץ המובטחת.
יפה.
הגיע הזמן, קוראים לזה ירושלם. אני לא נותן את זה לך, אני מעניק את זה לך כדי שתיתן את זה לרעתך שרה.
תודה רבה.
אתה מתחבר לחזון?
מאוד.
באמת?
מאוד.
בישראל השלמה?
To me, the location of Jerusalem and the whole of the Greater Israel project holds the Temple Mount, a magnetic vortex in which the octagon creates a bridgeway between two dimensions, using the magnetic power of the Creator's real center, this huge mountain that holds the heart chakra and through a portal to an original world our souls probably belong.
Bridgeway to Earth.
To make this bridgeway complete, the octagon motherboard needs to be upgraded to a more advanced motherboard system, a system like the Third Solomon Temple that will soon replace the Al-Aqsa octagon system. Its purpose:
That's the way to bring the Messiah.
So, this is a recap. This is where you find them. It's very logical, every 90 degrees. And this is the shape it creates, right here. An octahedron. Perfect. Now, when you look at one of these sides, perpendicular to one of the sides, guess what you'll wind up with?
To bridge two dimensions, you need a time window, a clockwork, that through a cross generates a sine wave that will bridge energy through black body radiation using light as a carrier wave. So the two ignition keys of red and blue shift, the sun and moon, cold and heat, create a portal for a black body to enter this dimension through the rainbow bridge, as I think that dimensions can only be bridged through radiation. So for the bridging of the Taurus, so the ship, you need a rudder, the moon phase rudder. The octagon is a necessity for energy to undergo the process of birth, death and rebirth. It's the materialization of a spirit into the quadrants of matter, using the sun and moon system and red and blue shift. The octagon acting as a prisma to convert light and radiation into the energy body, done under a ring of fire, the ecliptic, through the sun and moon cycles. For years we are following the journey of Boaz the sun and Yachin the moon, searching for this phoenix gemstone, probably the perfect octagon prisma that fully enables the transfer of energy from one dimension to the other, using light and our energy bodies as a carrier wave. Its purpose:
That's the way to bring the Messiah.
The symbol of this process of the torus, transferring energy, is represented by the flower. It's from a flower that new seed comes to light. A concept seen in the Flower Power and Walking Over Water videos.
There's something wrong with the world today. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with our eyes. We're seeing things in a different way, and God knows it ain't his. It sure ain't no surprise.
This conversion through light is also where the concept of black body and black body radiation comes in. In upcoming work we will go into more detail of the black body, but for a basic introduction, following clips are from the video See Ya on the Other Side. Is where we step into the concept of black and white body. A black body is an idealized physical body that absorbs all incident electromagnetic radiation, regardless of frequency or angle or incidence. The radiation emitted by a black body in thermal equilibrium with its environment is called black body radiation. The name black body is given because it absorbs all colors of light, like our physical bodies and the sun. In contrast, a white body is one with a raw surface that reflects all incident rays completely and uniformly in all directions, like the plasma moon or a mirror. Within the energy body, the same concept should be utilized. So, when more energy in motion, the emotions are being absorbed within an ideally physical black body, so a highly acidic body, the more black body radiation will be generated by the energy body. Think of people that are getting conditioned by projections within a blue shift environment that keeps pushing them 24/7 with the goal to express themselves with emotion on the given projection. This energy of motion that's being generated through taking these projections as truth is energizing an energy world which is not ours. A black body would be taking a projection for granted and fully absorb this as truth. A white body would be completely rejecting this projection as truth. Imagine that the projection is projected as radiation or light. Both black and white interact with energy in motion towards the projection, and so regenerate light or radiation within their energy body that interacts with an electrical field. The black body would absorb and emit the light again. A white body would be reflecting the light. I sketch a possibility of this world being a prison dimension, also called the locker, a world of black and white that is constructed to fuel a parasite energy world through emotions, in which the latter is located within a different dimension.
It's not mine.
What's not yours?
The pen. I've never...
Within the desert video, I sketched the locker or the mirror world as a construct that consists out of two dimensions. Our current experience, the jungle, and the dimension we cannot see, the desert. Like in June where we see spice, Tomorrowland is showing us grain to harvest, in which the latter might be our soul's energy. In order to expose people's emotions, or rather the emotion that's running through their energy body, this other dimension needs to see the light through radiation. Radiation that holds the pink coloring code, the color you will discover. And pink, it's my new obsession according Steve Tyler.
We meet again, doorknob.
Turns out that pink, or magenta, fuchsia, or whatever you want to call it, is actually a mix of red and blue light. Light from both ends of the rainbow that our brains see as one single color. If you try to roll up the rainbow to make a color wheel, there'll be a gap between red and violet. That's where all of the rest of the light in the universe is supposed to go. Radio waves, microwaves, infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays, and so on. But since we can't see any of those wavelengths, we replace all that hidden grandeur with pink. And speaking in terms of light, pink should probably be called minus green, because pink is just the leftovers of white light when you take out the green.
لنخطو معا في رحلة نحو بر الأمان.
To catalyze the process of I see you, the locker of this world has been filled up with artificial radiation that enables the parasite's energy world to see the light emitted or reflected through the energy body.
Can't hear you. You shouldn't have looked for me. Because now I see you. Now we can all see you.
So if the locker will be a swimming pool, the artificial radiation will be the water, filling up the pool. Like the electromagnetic field of the Earth has been filling up with this artificial radiation. And we would be the fish swimming in the water that are emitting or reflecting the light within a sea of radiation, from which sharks can be pinpointed to the light in order to eat the fish. A concept is seen within the River video, in which sharks represent demons. While locked within the locker, and by shining or reflecting the light, an energy body could be pinpointed by energies that extract and convert energy towards a different dimension, all to fuel a fellowship that is set to sail into infinity. But it does matter to be black and white, which turns into gray. In order to protect the energy body, we need to achieve a gray energy status, meaning to obtain the self-control over black and white body, and so controlling your emotions against parasitic projections, to prevent to shine or reflect the white light of peace, love, creation and harmony for other entities to see your energy body.
See me.
So how do we change into a grey energy status? Well, all this pressure and madness is being generated within society. You have to either shine or reflect the light. It's hard not to give your emotions away to parasitic projections, as the latter's projections reach within every family. With the development and upgrading of the MIMO beamforming antenna network, future escape or dodging of blue shifting radiation will be much harder within this changing electrical environment. So sooner or later, redshift will enter our lives. Like the movie Fight Club is telling us, when experiencing a blue shift compression, the appearance of redshift can ignite a huge blaze of energy into your life and distort the balance of black and white, enabling a parasite entity to enter your life, in which I think another energy world has set its eyes on our soul's energy. Hence, I'm pointing out to create redshift into your life before a parasitic redshift or intervention happens. With the buildup of consuming green energy, so green heart chakra energy that's being recycled within nature as solar and wind energy, our next apocalypse could be propelled towards the year 2040, in which the yellow-blue energy event of Ukraine, a location that holds an important gateway for the parasite, highlighted within the Zing and Zang video, acts as a catalyzer for a wormhole to be opened within the Equinox Circle, the 47-degree wormhole between Vega and Polaris. Within the video The Mountain, I sketched the letter as symbology for the central pillar of the energy body, the magnetic vortex of the heart, from which a wormhole can be opened and so making contact towards another dimension. One that clearly has a message for us. See ya on the other side.
Get low! Get low tonight. Get low! It's a little bit low. Get low! Get low! Get low! And then what?
Within future work, we keep looking for an exit out of this mirror world.
Right here. Behold! Oh, it's a children's menu. Isn't that fun? They're all based on my old maps.
In the river video, both Boaz and Yachin point out two coordinates that point towards the South Pole, a roadmap that leads to the Drake Passage. And we have Moana, following the tail of Scorpio, south, to find Mother. While pressurizing the emotion of empathy on humankind, which I think empathy holds the connection to the heart, an emotion that they seem to lack at all. Many set sail for this parasitic center point called Jerusalem, the Parasite Mountain. Well, I think in next decade we should make another flotilla set for another mountain. Guys, for now, thank you for watching and following this journey all along. Much love, Radiation Matters.
We'll take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it. And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent.
That's the way to bring the missile.